Morning everyone, welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Drives. Today we've got something pretty special, which is the Polestar 6 or the Polestar Roadster. They've just put in a pop-up installation here at the Newmarket Mall in Auckland, and we're going to be showing you around this concept car. Alright, so we've got a really big touchscreen here and it shows you all of the different Polestar models. The Polestar 2 is the one that we've reviewed. That's a really cool car, really nice daily driver. Polestar 3 is coming soon. That is the full-size electric SUV. And then the Polestar 6, which is their sports car roadster, that's coming in 2026, and the one that we're going to be seeing today. Alright, so here we've got the front end of the Polestar 6. It looks super nice, super aggressive, but really clean as well. There's a lot of design cues from Lotus actually that we've discovered. So some of the design cues from the Avaya and the Electra, they're now all under the same parent company. So it kind of makes sense that, you know, Geely is actually taking design cues from other cars and putting it into this car. We've got a color here called Sky, and this is the launch edition color. There were only 500 of these cars released and they're all sold out within minutes. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty popular car. So we're going to be showing you around, having a look at the outside and the inside a little bit as well, and talking about the specs of this new car. Okay, so right in the middle we have a body colored Polestar logo that looks really nice, really premium. And then if we move down, we can see that there's a front camera and also smart zone sensors. So we're not actually sure exactly what these sensors do, but they must be something to do with autonomous driving, you know, some sort of sensor array basically. So that's something that's really cool that we can look forward to in the future. Then moving on to the side, we can see the headlights. The headlights are really nicely shaped, they're really nicely sculptured, and this is the element which makes it look really similar to Lotus's that we've seen. So we've got that big L shape, and also we have a secondary element down the bottom here. So there's actually two parts to the light. The second part is down the bottom and it mirrors the top part of the light, so that's all part of the design as well. And then we've got a big air duct that goes all the way through to the front wheels, and that I think will help to reduce drag. And we've got a big front splitter that increases the downforce of the car as well. So lots of things to actually look at and talk about on the front side of the car, which is really nice. So something else that we've just noticed as well is that there's actually this black bit that extends the windscreen, and it makes the car look a lot smaller than it actually is. It makes it look like a lot more of a, you know, a sports car, and it really helps to make the whole car kind of flow together as a design. So that's a really nice design touch that you don't really see from other cars. Alright everyone, so we're here on the side of the car as well. We've got these huge 22-inch wheels, which look massive. There's some special tires here as well, and they're quite slick, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe it's just for the prototype. We've got the Polestar logo here, we've got bonded aluminium unibody logo, and I think this is the technology that they've kind of taken from Lotus, because Lotus were famous for the aluminium unibody construction. So I think that's really cool that Geely is trying to share this technology between the different manufacturers. And then we've got this big vent on the side here, which is functional, so that takes air probably from the bottom of the wheel well and exits that out on the side here. We've got the side mirrors, and these are cameras, so that's why these side mirrors are so small. So that is very modern. It obviously reduces drag as well. So that's another really cool feature. And then once we move down to the side, we can see that there's actually a smart zone sensor array on the side, all down this side. So again, we're not entirely sure how this works or, you know, what it does, but it seems like there's a lot of really advanced sensors that are going into this car, probably for autonomous driving and for safety features. And then once again, we have this big side skirt, which flows through from the same design element as the front lip. It's really big, it's really pronounced, so there must be a lot of aero that goes on in this car to try and hold it down on the ground. So having a look at the wheel again, we can see that there's some sort of a central cap on the wheel. We're not sure if it's a central locking nut or if it's just a decorative piece that you can take out, and then there's wheel nuts underneath. We've also got some huge brakes, so you can see the size of the discs is massive. It's probably the biggest brakes I've ever seen on a car. And then these Polestar performance calipers as well, they look really amazing. especially in that Polestar Performance gold color. Cool, so one other thing we've just noticed is that there's actually no door handle on this car. So the door is completely flush. We don't actually know how to open this car, so, so that's something else that we need to find out later. And then we've got the charging status right on the side of the car here, so it's really obvious, it's really clear, and you can see exactly how much battery you have left. Cool, okay, so talking about the convertible hardtop, this is actually a fully metal hardtop, and the hardtop goes into the boot. So this rear section of the car actually lifts all the way up, and then the roof goes into the back. Alright everyone, so we're at the rear of the car. I really like the way that the rear looks, especially with this massive light bar at the back. It's got the same design language as all of the other Polestar cars, and also the headlights as well, with that angular L-shaped running light or brake light. So I love how they're flowing all that design cue back into lots of elements of the car, which is fantastic. We've got a camera right here. So I believe that's going to be the reversing camera or the 360-degree camera. And then moving down, we've also got this, I think it's a fog light down here as well. So there's lots of little elements to this. There's no rear diffuser, but the underbody is probably quite flat already. So we're not really sure if it needs a diffuser or not. Again, not sure if it's going to be in the production model. This is just a prototype or concept, but it looks really good already. So great job, Polestar. Sweet, so moving on to the interior of the car. So again, we're not sure if this is the final design or not, but already you can see a lot of the really cool integrated design elements of the car. So for example, the sun shield up here, it's all completely integrated into the windscreen and the roof, which is really nice. It all looks like it was all one piece. We've got a nice driver's display at the front, just behind the steering wheel. So that's really good because it's not too big, so it's not too intrusive, but you can still get a lot of the information and the critical stuff that you need when you're driving the car. The steering wheel looks pretty chunky, looks pretty sporty. Again, we're not sure if the buttons are the final buttons or if there's going to be more. And then we've got some really nice looking stalks. I haven't actually seen those stalks in any other car, so those are probably quite unique. And we've got a huge central display touchscreen, which will obviously show you the sat nav, performance data, to show you the Polestar drone and the status of your drone. Yes, apparently this car comes with a drone that's autonomous, that takes videos of you while you're driving, so that's a pretty cool feature. So we've got some really nice looking sports bucket seats for the Polestar 6 or the Polestar Roadster, and the material is made of a thermoplastic monomaterial, and that is to help with circulation and to help with breathability in the interior. We've got some really nice looking seat belts and seat belt buckles. They look really bespoke. The center console is quite large. There's quite a bit of storage area in the middle there. And then we've got another 2 seats as well at the back, so you can bring 3 friends for the ride, which is pretty incredible. So very, very practical and functional as a roadster and as a car. Alright, so the last thing that we want to talk about is the most important thing, which is the performance of the Polestar Roadster. So they're targeting an acceleration from 0 to 100 of 3.2 seconds, which is pretty incredible for a 4-seat convertible roadster. The power level is going to be 650 kilowatts, which equals to around about 870 horsepower. So again, that is pretty incredible for a car like this, so really nice. The range, I believe, is going to be around about 600 kilometers, so you're getting a lot of power, a lot of acceleration, and a lot of range when you order this car. Alright everyone, I hope that you really enjoyed that tour of the new Polestar 6 or the Polestar Roadster. Really excited to see this car in production. There's a lot of new technology, there's a lot of new design elements, and I think we'll be seeing a lot more information about this car coming up very soon. Alright, awesome, enjoy, and thank you very much. Catch you later.